Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial. In this one I'm going to go through the FBX exporter in Houdini, and there are some crucial stuff that you should really know and understand, and I'm pretty sure most of you are going to benefit from watching this one because it's some really good things to think about. So here is Houdini, you know Houdini, and there are here I just do copy the points and I send them this one to Unity. And inside Unity, there are some things to think about. So if you look on this one here, this one. So if you look here in the hierarchy, you see there is you can't open up. It's just one mesh. You can't select them and move around. It's just one static mesh. And for instance, the last one that I'm going to show, this one here, well, actually this one here. So here you can see that if I select the meshes, they are actually their own pivot. And not only that, but they are also, the pivot is rotated in the right direction. So you can pick them here and you notice they are aligned as you expect them to be. And there are some ways to think about it. And I'm just going to get started and do it. So yeah, and I can show you in the end. I'm actually gonna show you this one here. So you see this box. This box is actually jumping around and picking some different transforms on an FBX. And it's nothing really special. You can do it in Unity, but the point here is that you will understand how to export an FBX with no mesh, and you will save the different scale and rotation, so you can just have it lerp between them. Actually, to be precisely here, there is a mesh, but the mesh is only one vertex, so it's not visible. And the way you should do this, that you can't do with the FBX exporter, is that you actually want it to just export the transform. But I can solve it in a script, and I might do a tutorial in the future about it because I have solved it. But for now, we're just going to take it from the beginning and just explain how do you make this not being one static mesh, but have it in more parts. You can kind of move them and export the transforms so they are rotated as you expect them to be. So, yeah, I hope you are really eager to understand this. So let's get started. And the first thing, we're going to just start in an empty scene. And here we are in an empty scene. And also, we're going to make sure that we have a gizmo. So if let's see here. So we want to gizmo. So if you look down here in the corner here, and then you can see the gizmo inside Houdini. We're going to make the same one. Then we know that we can control all the rotation and know that we are doing the correct stuff. So here I'm just going to change it to be 0.5 on them and 0. So now we have the kind of top, and I'm just going to do end caps, and now we have 24 points. So I'm going to use a fuse, and now we have 13 points, and this is a nice one. Then we're going to have a line, and this line we're just going to add a sweep on this one. And here, to remove this error, we just surface shape, we do round tube. So now we have this round tube here. And then here, we also have these holes here. I'm just going to do single polygon here in end caps. That's nice. Then we just use the match size to align these, because now they are kind of intersecting like this. So if we place this one here, and now you can see it kind of aligning to this one, right? We want this. So this one, we want to have on the top of this one here. So we're not going to move the X and Z. We're just going to move the justify I. So we're going to take the minimum position on this one and place it on the maximum on the one here. So now we have a nice arrow. So that's nice. So this one is good. And then we're just going to have a color. So this one going to be the top part. So this is kind of the eye direction, as you see down in the corner. And then I'm just going to do a transform for this one. Make this one green and this one going to be red, because it's going to be the bitangent, or right is another word for it. So this one we need to rotate, and I think it's over here. So we do it like this. This one, yeah. And then we're gonna have the other one over here. So these ones together are gonna be the gizmo. So this one, let's see if we move it like this, and this one gonna be the blue one. So now if you look down in the corner here, you can see that we have the gizmo. So now the gizmo is exactly as it is in Houdini here. So then we just do a transform, and we need to compensate for the scale difference in Houdini and Unity. And then we just do a ROP FBX. So this one we're gonna call for as gizmo. Just save it. So here you can notice that we put color on it. So this is going to be the vertex color. So we're going to utilize that inside of Unity. So save it, gizmo, perfect. And here it pops up. So if we move it here, and then we just do material. Actually, I have it here. You just have vertex color material. So, and now if you look here, now the gizmo doesn't really match the Unity one, because the Unity is inverse X, or the other one, how you prefer to see it. So up here you see the red one is going to the right. And even if you take this one here, you can see the red arrow go to the opposite side. So in order to fix that, so this one, we can call this the Houdini one, but we're going to make another one here and just call it Unity. So I actually just did it to make you aware of it, because it can be, sometimes it can be good to be aware of that kind of stuff. So now, if you look on this one and compare to the gizmo down here, then the only difference is that the red axis is mirrored to the other side. So now if we do save gizmo one more time, now you see it flip to the right side. And if you look here, you can see the red and blue and green, they are aligned correctly. So this is good. So now when we have this one, we're going to have an object merge. And we're going to move this one in here. And the reason is because we're going to use this one when we do the examples. So let's move it outside. Come on. Yeah, here it goes. So we can just start off with making a circle. And if we look at about this one, it's kind of standing up, and we want it to be on the ZX plane. So now it's kind of lying down. We're going to scale it up 4 times. And now we have points here. So we have the points here. We have 12 of them. You can control that one. And then we just do copy to points. And then we just copy this one like this. Then we do the transform, compensate the scale difference, and then we do a ROP FBX. So this is the kind of base, right? We're going to do the, let's see here, gizmo static. So if we save this one, now if we, where do we have it? We need to go here. So here we have the gizmo static, and if we move it to the side, and actually I'm gonna have the other one here too. So we're gonna have two products because we're gonna pick up the material a lot of times. So the vertex color here. So now you see we kind of copy it around, but it's only one mesh. We can't move it around, or it's just one. So the way to solve this is in Houdini, we could, if we do pack and instance, and then we check out here on the prims, now we see 0 to 11. But if we remove pack and instance, now you see it just goes down here because we have a lot of prims. And it has the same name kind of. It actually hasn't any difference. So that's why it exported like one. But if we do pack and instance, so now you see we have 0 to 11, but they have the same, nothing different about it. If we do name and place it here and name, and we do, oh, we can't do it like this actually. We need to do it like this. So the thing is, we need a wrangler, and we need to make different name on each instance. And you see, we only have 12 primitives, which means that each of these are one primitive. It's packed at the moment. So what we can do is if we just do at prim num like this. So if we do string name is equal to, and we do itua, how do you want to say? I don't know. But now you kind of convert the prim num to a string like this. So string name, we save it, and then we just do s at name is equal to name. And we actually saved it on points, but we need it on primitives. So now you see we have 0 to 11. Then we just do here, we make sure, so we have the name here. So we just do build from path, build high, how do you say it? I don't know. The path attribute, we need it to be name like this. So now if we save it and go back to Unity, now we can open it up because now we kind of divide it like this. So now we can move them around. So this is really nice. Now you can see we can kind of divide all this stuff, but they are not pointing. The pivot is in the center of the mesh, and it's not the center on where we put the points. So these are the points, but we are exporting at the center. So here we just do pivot location to origin, and we save it again. And now we have the pivot exactly where we want it. So this is the first part. We're going to continue and go even deeper about this. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to control so we can start to export the directions and stuff. And I'm going to continue in the next tutorial. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.